to week 2 of 3-minute drill. And today, or for this episode of week 2, we have Cal Friedman and the mysterious figure in the darkness. It's John Polato! Da, 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 da.
He has so much more enthusiasm than I did.
Okay, before we start, Cal, would you like to read off the standings for the wins and losses of week 1?
Yeah, so how we did it is we had the other 4 members of the podcast vote on who they think gave the best argument. Some were very close. Some weren't. So, the tiebreakers this week, because normally we do head-to-head, but the tiebreaker this week was based on how many votes they got. So in dead last at 0-1 stands John, who lost to Tommy not just a majority vote, but a unanimous vote, and 4-0 to Tommy.
Hey!
Scott stands 5th, 0-1. He had 1 vote out of the 4 votes, losing to Kevin 3-1. Colby's currently 4th. I beat Colby. However, Colby's and mine went to a judge's decision. So basically,
which is the great Austin Moody.
Exactly. If we're tied at 2, it goes to
Ronnie Daniel.
In the background of this, named Austin. Austin, he'll give his opinion, and whoever he thinks won. So that's why Colby's 4th. That's why I'm 3rd. Kevin stands 2nd, and Tommy currently stands top.
Celtics are 9-6.
So, today's sports are NBA, NCAA football, and NFL.
Alright.
So, John, you have the worst record. You get to talk.
I would like to go first on NBA and NFL.
Well, no, it's still going to us.
Oh.
Okay, good thing you brought that up, actually, because I need to explain.
Oh, I was confused.
So, originally, what we were going to do is John, for example, the person with the losing record would decide what they want to do. But we kind of liked how this whole coin toss thing kind of stuck to 3-minute drill. So what we're going to do is John will have the option to call heads or tails.
Okay.
So, that.
Or call it in the air. Tails.
It is heads. Cal, you have the choice to receive or defer.
I'm actually going to defer. I want to talk about college football first.
Well, my college football question.
Over, under, how many dabs will John have during this 3-minute drill?
35. So
I'm gonna say like over
9, 10, 11.
30.
Lingard, Pogba.
Okay, yeah, we get it. Okay. The NBA. I just want to make sure they're not playing tonight, or I'm going to have to edit this right now.
What team?
Just give me a second. I got it. Yeah, they're playing tonight, and they're getting their asses whooped by LA. The Dallas Mavericks are, at the end of the night, going to be 2-12. Which will be the worst record in the NBA.
Cal had him at the 8 seed, everybody.
Yeah, thank God we deleted that basketball podcast.
Their core of Dirk Nowitzki, J.J. Barea, Devin Harris,
and all of them are injured.
Devin Williams, and Andrew Bogut.
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, he's young.
Haba.
Okay. They all look like they're getting constantly hurt and can't stay on the court because they're all old farts. Okay. Not necessarily Dirk. Here's the question. Not necessarily Dirk, but should one or more of those players request a trade out of Dallas? Who should it be? And where should they request a trade to? And why? Your 1 minute to research starts now.
I actually have a question. Am I allowed to answer if what if I think none of them will want to be traded, or do I have to choose at least one person?
No, you could say that.
Okay.
I guess I will bring this up now. Of course, we had our first episode of Jeopardy hosted by yours truly come up the other day. As you can see, Tommy, with his Hito Turkaloo fault, got disqualified. And we will hopefully get another one of them up in the next week and a half or so. It's tough coming up with those questions. But also, we've got Beyond the Hardwood coming up, and so many other podcasts that I'll discuss more into depth in the next break. And your time is up. So, Cal, you chose to go first. So, John, what's your...
Oh, my answer. Okay. I think none of them are going to request a trade out.
You think none. Cal?
I'm going to say that Wesley Matthews will request a trade.
That Wesley Matthews will request a trade out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, John, your 30 seconds to declare your reasoning that no one will accept no one will request a trade out of Dallas begins now.
Okay, so I understand that they're 2-12 right now, but I think all the people they have are great players, and I think they could obviously bounce back from this. It's really injuries that have them at 2-12 right now. It's those big injuries that have been costing them these games. And yes, they may be losing by 30 right now, but they've had a lot of close games over the season, including an almost win.
They're losing to the Clippers.
Including an almost win against my Boston Celtics. So,
okay. So I feel Wesley Matthews should request a trade because he's one of the few players on the team that actually can be worth anything. Like, you look at him, he's a very experienced guard. He's been averaging plus 10 points a game for a very long time. And a lot of the players on the team just don't have any value. Like, it's him, Bogut. Barnes probably won't leave after the deal he signed. And then otherwise, who's going to want to trade for Devin Harris and Quincy Acey? No one. Matthews is a proven guard in this league, and I feel...
Dog. Okay. How do you guys feel that one went?
Pretty good.
It went shaky. I'm going to be completely honest. I froze for a second because I clicked off of Skype onto my web and I saw John's camera was frozen. So I'm like, oh, no, my Skype gets off, just crashed.
Mannequin challenge.
Well, before we go on to the second question, just an NHL score update. The Predators, who are being outshot 31-18 by the Stars, are beating the Stars 3-1. The next goal for Nashville was scored by Ryan Johansson on the power play, second of the year at 6:09. And Patrick Sharp short-handed at 5:32, his first of the year. And then, I never thought I'd say this, Vancouver is beating Arizona 1-0. Sven Barchi with his second of the year at 3:08.
Which keeps the Islanders out of last in the league. Let's go.
The Islanders are 28th in the league, and if they win tonight, they could probably be 25th. So...
Moving up.
Good job, guys.
Rebound. It's there. Okay, ready for the very bland but very explanatory college football question?
Yes.
Okay. It has to do with one of the remaining undefeated teams in the NCAA football.
Mm-hmm.
Western Michigan.
So the bad one.
Yes. Western Michigan has an 11-0 record. Yes, I'm saying it, people. They have an 11-0 record.
Because they've beaten nobody.
In the AP poll right now, 17?
14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Still, they should be higher than that. Okay, So my question is, they play Toledo on Friday night.
Yeah.
They're probably going to beat Toledo.
I don't know, but okay.
There's a good chance they beat Toledo.
Okay.
My question is, after their win against Toledo, how far up the AP polls do you think Western Michigan will shoot?
But the AP polls don't matter. It's the college football playoff polls.
Same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
It's the same. Who gives a fuck? You're putting in a research of why Western Michigan should be higher than 14th on the AP poll starts now.
All right.
AP poll.
Okay. So, while we get back to this, Colorado's up 1-0. McKinnon at 550 is fifth of the year. I said earlier, Unfiltered United will be out.
Beyond the Hardwood.
Excessive Celebrations will be out soon, the first episode of that. Obviously,
Probably both on Friday.
We'll have Strike Zone coming out soon, where we'll be talking about the wonderful free agent class. Then, of course, we have Shots Fired coming out. As long as Kevin gets off his ass and
so
record. So we will hopefully get that out. And of course, there's more to say in the final research, including my farewell send-off with news. Time stops.
I have another question. Am I allowed to talk about them moving up the college football playoff poll, or do I have to talk about them moving up in the AP poll?
You can talk about the college football playoff polls if you want. You just have to mention the AP polls, too.
Okay.
Because that's what the question was.
Okay.
Cal, what's your answer?
I'm going to say that after this weekend, depending on the results, the Western Michigan Broncos will end the season at 12th in the AP polls.
Okay, John?
I'm going to say 11th in the AP polls and 19th in the CFP.
Okay. Cal, you start this time around. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, so there's a lot of big games in college football this weekend, and a lot of games could end in certain ways. Now, my prediction is that Florida are going to lose to Florida State because I don't know. I just think it'll happen. And Oklahoma State will lose to Oklahoma. Now, what that means is those two will probably drop in the rankings, which means as long as Western Michigan beat Toledo, they will at least go up by 2. I think Louisville will beat Kentucky. I think a lot of the other games of the teams in front of them are safe, and you got to keep. Okay.
John.
Oh, okay. So they've already beaten Northwestern and Illinois. 2 great, maybe not great, but 2 Big Ten teams. That alone is huge. Then, if they beat Toledo, they're 12-0, Toledo being 9-2. If they lose to Toledo, they don't even make the MAC championship. They're going to beat Toledo, they'll go to the MAC championship, I'll say they win that. I think they'll move up to at least 11 in the AP poll because I think beating Toledo, that's one of the hardest games on their schedule at 9-2.
Okay. Before we do anything else, just an update. Fuck you, Nikita Kucherov.
Oh my God.
10th of the year at 18:45. Philly is an empty net, so let's just expect over. Let's just wait out the last 8 seconds.
Man, the only thing I missed there was just pointing out the lack of the strength of schedule. Beating Northwestern away and beating Illinois away were good, but at the same time, really, they're not that good.
I didn't expect them to be undefeated. I don't think many people. Okay, game over. Philly lost.
Damn it, Colton.
He's a curse.
Opens the drinks. Okay.
Like Kevin.
Ready for your NFL question.
I am ready as can be.
Okay.
I'm going to be an asshole when I do an impression for this one, but I don't give a fuck.
All right, let's see.
Here's your
How
NFL.
good will the New York Giants be at the end of the season? 12-4.
Okay. There has been an announcement from Devers
Oh, God.
that Jay Cutler may play on However, other people, even people in the Bears locker room, were looking at last week being his final snaps with the Bears. At the end of this season / off season, do you think he will remain a Chicago Bear or go to another team? If he moves on, where will he go and why? Your 1 minute to research starts now. And of course, before I mess up anything else, make sure to stop by here at the Unfiltered Sports Podcast Network. Hopefully, we'll be on a consistent schedule. Maybe get out 4 podcasts a week, plus 3-minute drill and or Jeopardy. And let's just end it off here. As the great Ilya Bryzgalov says, the sports world is so humongous big. Okay? 20 seconds. Predators scored Craig Smith 6th of the year, 11:09 left.
May I ask for you to repeat the question? Like the exact question? I know it's about Jay Cutler and the Bears.
Do you think Cutler will remain a Bear or go to another team, where and why?
Okay.
Research time is up. Before we do anything, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, 3rd of the year at 8:45, tie game in Colorado at 1.
Wait, did the Devils win the shootout or did they lose?
The Devils did indeed win in the shootout.
All right, good job, Tommy.
He's not a jinx to his team. Okay, John.
I think he will stay with the Bears.
You think he will stay with the Bears? Okay, Cal.
I also think that he will stay with the Bears. However, I don't think he'll start.
Okay, so we've got
Oh, and I think he'll start.
two different versions of the same agreement. John, you have the first 30 seconds of the minute, and it begins now.
Okay, so Jay Cutler has been a consistent quarterback for the Bears since 2009. Yes, he hasn't been the best, but he's been pretty consistent the last few years, just naming off a few stats. 21-11, 28-18, 19-12, 19-14, 13-7, 23-16, and of course the bad season of 27-26 touchdown to interception ratio. He's not having the best year, 4-5, but has over 1,000 yards, 59.1% completion percentage. I think they're going to keep him as the starter because he's not a terrible quarterback.
Okay, it's finally time for the Bears to tank. They've only won 2 games this season. They really have nothing else to play for, so they need to tank and pick Deshaun Watson if the Browns don't take him. Now, Cutler is obviously going to be the odd man out. Cutler can't leave. First off, because not many teams are going to want Cutler. Second off, because Cutler's contract was 7 years, and it still goes on to 2021. So he physically can't leave, but he's going to stay there. He's going to receive the money. However, he shouldn't start unless Deshaun Watson, whoever they take at quarterback, doesn't play well.
Done.
All right.
Okay. So, overall, how do you think that was?
I mean, well.
Yeah.
It
I don't want to get cocky because I said after every time I did it with Colby, I think it went really well for me, and then that went to freaking Austin.
I think I did a lot better this one than I did against Tommy.
Well, I mean, I feel that both you guys did very well. And Cal, would you like to read off the other 2 matchups for this week?
Okay. The other 2 matchups for this week, Scott needs a win. He started off 0-1. If he wants to contend for that top spot, which I know he's going to do, he is going to have to beat someone who put on a very good performance last week in Tommy Nowitzki. Also, we have Kevin taking on Colby, and 2 people who really impressed, in my opinion, both really impressed me last time. And even though Colby lost, Colby could go 1-1. Kevin is looking to maybe jump off to that 2-0 start and take that.
Kevin's just a lazy fuck, so I don't think he's going to put any effort into it.
Yeah, don't worry. Kevin will go 1-9 the entire time because he won't get off his ass and record one of these. We throw way too much shade at him, I'll be completely honest. I'm sorry, Kevin.
I'm sorry, Kevin, but we have to.
Okay.
Okay, but, of course, guys, make sure to stop by here again. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next 3-minute drill.
See you.